WHL this past year had like all the guys from 2023, lighting it up. Berkly Catton on a Spokane team. I mean, you're just under a point per game on not the greatest team on the planet. Another guy, elite playmaking. He's got a good shot. He's capable in his own zone too. Plays a decent enough two-way game. But like for me, it's the passing and playmaking that really just set him apart from a lot of guys. And I mean, as a draft -1 to be almost a point per game in the WHL, when the WHL probably this is the best, like in that league, I don't remember a year where it was this good with this young crop of players too. And again, it wasn't like he was playing with the best players in that league either. Like he was oftentimes going up against the best players and still producing. So just the passing ability, though, the playmaking, like another guy that just like plays with, reading the play 3 plays ahead. Like he just knows where that scene's going to be and he finds it every time. He creates it himself. The skill too. He's got crazy hands, like another guy, super high upside. So I think for a lot of people, I'd say he's probably, there's a couple defensemen that are challenging for that 5th spot at the moment. But just you look at his overall game at the forward position, the playmaking, the ceiling there, and you probably, for me anyways, I think I'd also lean there. I love this player. I've gotten, so as you can see down here, my range for Berkly Catton is anywhere from 3 to 6. I think he will go later than that, probably. He does legitimately everything well, and his offensive upside is comical. Like playmaking, goal scoring, the ceiling for him is like top line point per game player. He's a dynamic playmaker. He's a great skater. He also has a fantastic defensive game. So for me, he's easily like, I kind of put him in his own tier. And like some of these guys that we'll mention in the top 10 are legit like top 10 contenders. For me, he's in his own category, not just because of how good of a season he's having for Spokane, but like we've seen this from him for a couple of years now, where like as a double underager last in WHL, he's one of the best players I've seen play. So I love every aspect of this kid's game. I think his ceiling is insanely high, and just like the fact that he also has a two-way game to go with the ridiculous offense is just a massive plus. And again, Spokane's like, they're a playoff team. They're going to be good, but they're not like a contender at all in terms of like the WHL playoffs, Memorial Cup. But, 2-year captain as such a young guy, love him. So Berkly Catton, easily my number 1 rated prospect out of the WHL this season. Lot to love about Berkly Catton. Big fan.
So where realistically is he being slated right now by the quote unquote experts?
He's probably closer to 10. I think part of that has to do with like the hard on everyone has right now for Salayev, which that's I get it. Though. Yeah, no, there are a couple. So like the thing with him, or well, a couple of the other guys, I think there's going to be a huge run on defensemen very early in the draft. Like even now, like even more than we've said before, like there are more defensemen who are just getting hurt. Even like a guy, I think someone's going to take Yakubchuk before they take him. So, and I get that because some of the tools that some of these defensemen do have are like very, very, very appealing. But, I think the run on defensemen is going to start very early again. I feel like the last couple of years, it's been unexpected how many like defensemen get taken very early. Like last year was outrageous almost. How many guys end up going in the first round that I wouldn't have taken there. Yeah. So I think that run on those defensemen will push some of the other like guys that I would probably lean on for top 5, top 6, whatever. Like there's going to be a ripple effect for a few guys, and Catton definitely falls in that pool. The fact that he's 5'11", is going to really affect a whole lot of rankings, I think. But he is like Berkly Catton is absurd. Like he is so fucking good, dude. He rules. I love this guy. Berkly Catton, my personal number 3 overall in this draft. And there is a like guarantee pretty much that he's gonna slip like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And if this is the case, and I'm Judd, Brackett, and Bill Guerin, I'm like literally like fighting to get to the podium, that he's sitting there. If he's sitting there at 13, like, get the fuck up there and like, don't think about anything. Just take him. Like, this is a kid who put up 115 points in WHL this year, not just on the power play. He had, I think, like 6 or 7 shorthanded goals, a couple more shorthanded assists. Like, he kills penalties, plays 5v5. He's obviously on that power play. He can score goals himself. He's got a great shot, dynamic playmaking, and like the 200-foot game is unbelievable. Like, there's not really much that he can't do other than be like taller than 5'11". That's the one thing he doesn't have going for him. He's like a smaller guy, so there's gonna be questions about whether or not he could play center at the National Hockey League level. But like, skate plus, playmaking plus, defensive game plus, like, he does everything. So to me, it's crazy that like I keep seeing so many of these rankings with him anywhere from like 10 to 15. I don't get it. And people, if you have access to the article, Cam Robinson just did a film room on him. It's phenomenal. I encourage everyone to go like read it and then check out like the clips that he put up there. And again, I finally it took me a long time to like get all the clips because he put up so many fucking points this year. And I had to like stop myself from clipping every single point because they were all just like, I mean, it's circus stuff. But like this again, like 5'11", 100 and whatever pounds, but he's still driving middle every time he touches the puck. His ability to like shake guys off and create separation for himself is unbelievable. Like, that's another guy. Every time he touches the puck, like, he is creating something, and he provides a threat every single time he touches the puck. So I love Berkly Catton. He's been my 3rd overall, but like pretty consistently this whole year. And has done nothing to make me think otherwise, other than the fact that he's a 5'11" center. I guess that's the thing that people are going to try to use. And even if he's going to be on your wing, which I still see him as a center at the NHL level, if you've convinced yourself that he's going to be on your wing, he's still a dynamic playmaking winger. He's been he's either had an A or the C on his sweater in Spokane the last 2 years as like a 16, 17-year-old in the WHL. Like, the track record's there. He's shown you like an ability to excel in every area of the game. I can't understand just the doubters, I guess, that want to put him outside the top 10. But if he's sitting there at 13, like, again, like I said, sprint to that podium if you're Judd Brackett, Bill Guerin, take him. Good to go.